Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley at sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am sharing a card project featuring a brand new collaboration stamp set. This is in celebration of the ellenhudson.com Summer of Stamping, and this stamp set is a collaboration between Avery Elle and the Essentials by Ellen line. So it's exclusive, available for a limited time, and you can see all of the tropical vibes. Now I'm continuing on using the color palette that I've kind of been using for the Summer of Stamping. And so I'm kind of going to stick to these colors. This will probably be the last time I use this colorway, but I'm going to use the brand new Essentials by Ellen Essential Circles Hot Foil stamps. And I'm just finding the one that coordinates with the circle that's included in the stamp set. So if you don't have hot foil system yet in your craft room, then you could absolutely use the stamped version that's available in the stamp set. But you know me, I'm a little bit extra. So I wanted to show you that these also coordinate with the Essentials by Ellen Essential Circle dies, and they line up perfectly. So I'm going to be using those to create a mask today, and we're going to create a stamped panel. Now, I don't often create these full panels of stamping, but I think it's a fun way to use some of these solid stamps from time to time, and so that's what I'm going to do today. So I've started by die cutting some Concord and 9th white cardstock using the Essentials by Ellen Essential Rectangle dies, and I'm holding my hot foil plate in place using some removable adhesive, and I'm just sliding my foil underneath that hot foil plate. And I have found the coordinating Essentials by Ellen Essential Circle dies that coordinate with the hot foil plate that I'm using above. So I'm going to die cut those. I didn't know if I'd need the one that's one bigger or the one that's exact size. So I die cut both of them from some Gina K Masking Magic. I'm going to set those aside. I'm just kind of doing that while I wait for my Gemini foil press to heat up so I can move on with this card. So I have my circles die cut from that Masking Magic. And now that my foil press is heated up to the medium heat setting, because I am using a Spellbinders Glimmer foil and they like a little more heat than the foil or the Crafter's Companion foil that's available. You can use that as well. You'll just want to use a lower heat setting. So once I set my timer, the timer went off. I took out the platform, ran it through my Gemini Junior, and now I have this gorgeous, it's hot, that's why I don't want to touch it. I mean, that's what's happening here. Now I have this gorgeous hot foiled circle frame on my card front. And if you haven't heard me say this yet, Concord and 9th white cardstock is fabulous for foiling, and I love the weight of it. So if you haven't tried the Concord and 9th white cardstock, this is your sign from me to try it for hot foiling because it's fabulous. So now I have my circles that I've die cut from this Masking Magic paper. I'm adding the frame of this circle die right over that hot foiling that I've added. And then I've added the center circle part into the center so that I keep all of that foiling and the center part of the circle open. There'll be no stamping inside of it because I have it masked off. Now I'm gonna stamp and restamp this Monstera leaf to create my pattern background. But before I start, I'm gonna condition my stamp. My friend Debbie sent me this tool. It has some leather on the bottom of it to kind of prime your stamps. I've heard it's not great to have the oils from your hands on your photopolymer stamps, like, you know, to condition them. So I've been using this and it seems to work pretty well. I got a nice solid stamped image even on the first try after priming my stamp with this tool. If you've never heard of priming your stamps before, sometimes when you first use a photopolymer stamp, it has some chemicals or like a layer of residue left over from the manufacturing process. It's a normal part of it. But you do want to kind of remove that to get your best image on your first try. So that's why I primed my stamp. So moving on, I am just taking this Monstera leaf and I hope I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right? I think I am. I'm stamping it over and over again using the Catherine Pooler Lemongrass ink. I love this ink. It's like, it's not green, it's not yellow, it's somewhere in between, but it packs a lot of punch. And this was a part of the original Summer of Stamping color palette that I showed you at the beginning of the month that I told you I would be using throughout the month for these Essentials by Ellen Summer of Stamping releases. So I love this color. I'm so glad it was a part of the palette. And like I said, I'm just taking this stamp and I'm repositioning it on my Misty and just stamping it over and over again. But I'm kind of changing the direction and the orientation of the stamp as I go. So I started in the lower right hand kind of corner, if you will, of that circle. And I've worked my way around the circle. And then I'm going to go and move to the bottom and kind of fill that in. And I'm going to finish off the panel by filling in just like the little teeny corners of cardstock that need just a little bit of pattern bleeding off. You're going to notice that this entire panel has lots of bleed over the edges, meaning that all of the stamped image is not contained on the panel. And that gives you a much better look when it comes to stamping a panel of cardstock with a solid image like this. If you've ever looked at pattern paper, you'll notice that the shapes don't end at the edge of the paper. They kind of bleed off of it. And I left this part in here because look how weird I type on my phone. I did not realize, like, I have a really different kind of way of holding my phone and texting people. I get texts all throughout the day while I'm creating, and my phone ends up in the camera angle quite a few times. But what I've done here is I've positioned the thank you sentiment from that Avery Elle stamp set right in the center of that circle, and I'm stamping it with some grapefruit ink. Now I'm going to take that same Monstera leaf that I used for my patterned background, and I'm going to stamp it on a scrap of this Concord and 9th white cardstock, and I'm going to die cut it using the coordinating dies that are available for this Avery Elle stamp set. And I'm going to add a little dimension to this pattern by popping this up over that original stamp that I added to this panel. But before I do that, I'm going to add some dimension to this solid stamped image with just a little bit of colored pencil around the edge. I did it on both that Monstera leaf as well as this little other leaf. And I'm going to just glue that right over the top of my popped up Monstera leaf. I'm going to finish it off with this little flower that's a part of the stamp set that I stamped in grapefruit ink. And I'm just creating this little cluster there. And I added a sequin to the top of the flower. And I'm finishing off my pattern with this little dot that's in the stamp set. And I'm stamping it in Ballet Slipper all over the background. Now I wanted to mount this on some blue cardstock that matched this Daydream ink, but I don't have anything in my stash that really matches this. So I'm just taking a panel of cardstock that I die cut with the next largest rectangle die from the Essentials by Ellen Essential Rectangles die set. And I'm taking my ink pad direct to the paper to add this color. I've mounted my card panel on top of that layering piece there. I've added this all to a top folding A2 size white card base that I created from some Essentials by Ellen linen cardstock. And that finishes off my card today. A simple stamped pattern, a little bit of dimension added to a couple of those images with a colored pencil. And I think it's a really fun and vibrant tropical card that's perfect for anybody in your life. It really does scream summer to me. As always, I will have links to the featured products used in this project in the description at YouTube. So if you're looking for something in particular, you can check there or head on over to my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I will have a direct link in the description box below. Over there, you'll find more still shots, more information, a complete list of supplies, as well as information on an Instagram hop that's happening today to celebrate this final collaboration of the Summer of Stamping 2022 from ellenhudson.com. So be sure to join me over there for more information. As always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here on YouTube. And if you love this video, I would love it if you would share it with a friend. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.